Amazing news, lawmakers have created a brand new program that will provide financial relief to many households. Eligible Americans will receive monthly recurring checks throughout the crisis. So, millions of families with children were able to qualify for the expanded child tax credit under last year's stimulus bill, meaning they received a monthly payment of as much as $300 per child. Some lawmakers are now hoping to bring those monthly child tax credit payments back, despite concerns from nonpartisan agencies. The child tax credit was part of President Biden's stimulus package, and since the payments were first distributed, roughly $93 billion in payments have been made to tens of millions of families. A trio of senators, including Mitt Romney, Richard Burr, and Steve Daines, recently proposed the Family Security Act 2.0, intended to provide some families with monthly checks. Under the proposed plan, families would receive about $350 a month for each child 6 and younger, amounting to $4,200 a year, and $250 a month for children between the ages 6 and 17. Totaling $3,000 a year. Benefits will be limited by up to 6 children each year, and families will need to earn about $10,000 in the previous year to qualify for this. The Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, a nonpartisan research and policy institute, called the Republican proposal a welcome development, but noted it has significant weaknesses. A report from the agency states that most notably, while it would increase the credit for most children in the lowest income families, children and families without earnings in a year would get no credit at all, while millions of other children and families with very low earnings will get only a partial credit. The report adds that Family Security Act 2.0 falls short of the Rescue Plan expansion of 2021 because it fails to make the full credit available to families with little to no income. The agency also estimates about 7 million families earning less than $50,000 a year will be worse off under the plan than under the current law. That would impact about 10 million children overall. Overall, because of the cuts to earned income tax credit and head of household tax filing status, if the proposed plan were to be approved, the average family could lose around $800. And there is some good news for Pennsylvania residents. A permanent program for child care tax credits was just approved by Pennsylvania, and it's worth over $20 million. According to the governor, the program will offer extra support to families by lessening their tax liability. And the New Jersey legislature voted to approve a $500 tax rebate for families with children that earn $30,000 or less.
Intimate health decisions. These radical justices took a wrecking ball to precedent of the court and privacy in the Constitution and placed even more of our cherished freedoms on the chopping block. Don't take it from me. Indeed, as Associate Justice Clarence Thomas declared in his concurrence, this is what he said. These are his words. In future cases, we should reconsider all of these courts' substantive due process precedents, including Griswold, Lawrence, and Obergefell, because any substantive due process decision is demonstrably erroneous. We have a duty to correct the error established by those precedents in total defiance of the precedents of the Supreme Court, in total defiance of what some of the candidates for justice on the Supreme Court testified that they supported precedent, and they voted against it. And now they want to go after other rights of privacy. Make no mistake, while his legal reasoning is twisted and unsound, it is crucial that we take Justice Thomas and the extremist movement behind him at their word. This is what they intend to do. Indeed, just yesterday, a Republican senator declared that the Obergefell decision was clearly wrong, plainly suggesting right-wing interest in taking aim at marriage equality. We must act now to defend same-sex and interracial marriage from the bigotry and extremism. In the wake of the Dobbs decision, with marriage rights now squarely in Republican crossfires, Democrats are ferociously fighting back. With a landmark Respect for Marriage Act, we ensure that marriage equality